Sean. Wicked. But when you think about me, honey, tell me all about it.
What's up, alphas? That's right. It is Dr. Shantae coming to you with another Alpha Male Society podcast. That's right. We're going live. We're talking. We are taking the time to build our alpha society because why? There's not enough men out there. Now, there's a lot of males out there in the world, and there's a huge distinction between real men and just being a male. All right. We talk a lot. The whole purpose of this is dating, right? You want to get out there. You want to date beautiful women. You want to date people that are interesting to you, that you find sexy, appealing, cute, quirky, nerdy, a jock, an athlete, whatever your girl is and whatever style she has that you want. Well, let's break it on down. Are you settling for things? Maybe. I know I certainly don't want to be settling for things. So today, let's break it on down into the many different dating apps out there. Now, guys, I can totally get that it's confusing and there's so many different ones to choose from. How do you know what's right for you? We all have heard of the most popular ones. You've got Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, POF. Those are some of the bigger ones. eHarmony, Match, right? Those are some of the originals. But doing some research, I have come across some other ones that are not so well known. And I want to get into those with you so that if you're tried the Bumbles of the world and the Tinders and you're not getting what you want, perhaps you're not where you're supposed to be. Food for thought. All right. So let's see. How long have you been dating? A month, 2 months, 6 months, a year? Are you newly divorced? Are you out of a long-term relationship, maybe with a fiance that didn't work out well? And, guys, you're a little, I don't want to say broken and bruised, but you might be a little broken and bruised. And getting into the dating world can be kind of an intimidating thing, especially with all the changes that have gone on within the past couple of years. I can tell you from a psychological standpoint that the mentality of society has absolutely changed over the last 3 years. There's more introverts, there's more in-home dates, there's less going out and spending a ton of money because of the changing ways of the economy. So when we talk about dating, a lot has changed from back when you may have just been in high school or college. So let's take some time and explore some different avenues so that maybe you can get better insights into where you want to put your energies and your efforts to making your profiles as flawless and as spot on as you are. All right, guys, what age range are you in? All right, let's talk about my guys in your 20s, okay? Most likely you have tried Tinder. It used to be considered the hookup site, but a lot of us now are not seeing that trend going anymore. Tinder, people are, if you notice the profiles, and I go through and I look at what women are looking for, more of them are not wanting one night stands. Although if they say they don't want a one night stand and the woman says, I absolutely will not sleep with you on the first date, it is definitely not totally accurate. Okay. I've had many people come to me and let me know, that girl that said she's not sleeping with me on the first date, we just had an amazing night together and I'm, leaving her place the next day. So don't get caught up on the things they say they won't do. All right. Because there's a good chance that if you play your cards right and you just become the confident alpha that you are, you're going to bring her guard way down. So we'll get to Tinder in a moment. Just throw that out there because it is the most well-known in the world. All right. So let's start with Match, okay? Match has been around the longest. We used to think about Match being for only those that are looking for serious and committed relationships, long-term leading into marriage. Well, that is an aspect that is popular with Match, but it's not necessarily what it's all about now. I said the growing trends are changing. You can set up specific aspects of Match, and that's going to help narrow down the filter of what you get back. So Match is great when you have very specific wants and needs that you're looking to have met. Do you have something that is an absolute no, that you will not be with a smoker? Well, put it in your profile and it will filter out all those people that say they are a casual smoker or, socially smoke. It will eliminate them so that you have a better chance of not going through somebody that you're not going to be compatible with. So take the time to build your profile and be as specific as possible, right? Talking in peak performance terms, SMART goals are a great thing to do for business, for work, for training, for sports. However, you can create SMART goals in the world of dating. Be specific, measurable. How often are you looking to go out on a date? What is a successful amount of women that you need to approach, right? It's measurable. Now you're taking action. What actions are you taking to make your profile the best it can be? What actions are you taking to know which site to even go on in the first place, right? It's realistic. Is it realistic to match with 100 women in one day? Maybe, but most likely not. So create those realistic expectations of how often you think that you're going to match with somebody and have a time frame. Okay. Do you want to be with someone in a month? Are you looking for somebody right now? Is this a one night thing? Figure it out and put it down. So make your dating SMART goals and go with it. Find out what works, cross off what doesn't, and continue to do the best you can. All right, so you want to go on Match, set up your Match profiles, get them specific, and have fun with it. Learn who is out there and just roll, go, have fun. All right, another one that is very similar, has also been around for a very long time, is eHarmony. Now you see the commercials all the time. eHarmony is geared more towards the older population. So guys in your late 30s, 40s, 50s, you're maybe starting over again, and you just really want a true connection without all the gimmicks and the games. eHarmony asks so many questions to really, really hone in on the type of person that you are best suited for. So take the time. You hear success stories. If you have one, share it with them. They love highlighting success stories. So eHarmony, go for it, guys. And if this isn't your first rodeo and you've been through the ringer, you know what has worked and you know what has definitely not worked. Use it. Make it work for you. All right. Now, Hinge is another very, very popular site nowadays. There are many benefits to Hinge, and let's talk about a few of them. So you have great opportunities, with photos and talking about everything. Hinge wants you to delete the app. Do you know why? Because they want you to match with somebody. So if you're on Hinge, it's really great that you can narrow down and fine tune what it is that you're looking for. Now, I'm going to ask my producer in just a few moments, how many of these dating apps that they have heard of, because like I said, we've got some new ones that I wasn't familiar with up until very, very recently that I'm excited to share with you guys. Okay, so Hinge is going to allow you to set up the categories of people that you're looking for. You can meet other singles, you can meet other couples, you can set the radius. There's a lot of fine tuning and honing in that you can do on Hinge. So if you've tried Tinder, you're not liking it, you want to go a little less casual than a Match or an eHarmony, give Hinge a try and see what it brings back to you. Okay. So there are different versions. You can have the free version, which you're allowed to send 8 pictures, 8 likes to somebody within a day. You can receive as many as possible. So depending on if you're connecting with people that have, a paid profile versus those that don't, you can do 8 wonderful things. So choose them wisely each and every day. Have you heard of OkCupid? All right, producer Jim, Have you heard of OkCupid?
I've heard it. I've never seen it before in my life.
Exactly.
I've heard of Tinder before, and what was the other one? The
Hinge, Match.
yeah, Match. I've heard of Match. I have not heard of Hinge.
Okay. All right. See, we're moving right
there's
along.
so many of them out there. I mean, it's like trying to find a wine. You find what you like and you stick with it.
Exactly. Dating a girl is just like finding fine wine. She'd get better as you spend more time with her. Let her breathe, right? We can have fun with that all day long. So OkCupid is one that is not as well known, but it's got so many personable features to it. So for instance, you can select a whopping 22 gender identities, okay? I didn't know that that was even possible, and like 12 different orientations. So if, you've got friends that, you might be, I don't even want to get into all the variations that we can, but it has different options for different people. So OkCupid, be specific in who you are, be specific in what you want, and they will match you the best way possible. So not everybody wants to get married, and a lot of us just want to go out and have fun. Let them do that, okay? OkCupid is just another one out there. So I said, if you've tried ones and you keep getting the same people over and over and over again, which you may find some overlap within certain apps like Hinge, not like Hinge, but Bumble and Tinder are very, very compatible. They're very similar. Tinder started the whole aspect of swiping. So if you're noticing the trends, swipe left, swipe right. Thank you very much, Tinder, for all that fun times that we can spend together. All right, but OkCupid, go out, have fun with it. All right, we're gonna keep moving on. And now I am very excited to talk about the next one. All right, Bumble. It's just a fun name to say, Bumble. All right, so similar to Tinder, but Bumble is a very, very fun feature in that women have to message you first, okay? So I'm sure, and you're on the apps and you find the woman and you think she's gorgeous, you want to write, but now you can't. You have to look and see and wait for her to write you. And also, the profiles and your matches are not going to get stored and stuck, 24 hours and you're gone, right? So you want to be able to make the best first impression possible. I cannot stress this enough. And I think that we've all been there where, like, oh my gosh, I really could have made a different impression and I wish that I would have. You only have one chance to make a first impression. So put your profile like you are seeing someone for the very first time. If you want her to write you, you've got to give her a reason why. If she's not writing you, what are you doing in your profile that is standoffish? What is making you less attractive or appealing than somebody else, right? It all goes into your details. So, like I said, creating those SMART goals of your dating profile and your dating service is going to give you better and better and different results. Now, there's not as much advertising, with Bumble as there is with Tinder. So you're not going to get bombarded nearly as much. You can send a lot of fun things. Just have fun with it, enjoy it. Set your profiles and your radiuses so that you can expand upon your fish pond, if you will, and we'll get to the other fishes in a moment. But enjoy. So yeah, if you want to do it, go on Bumble and let the women come to you. Just make sure you set yourself apart from everybody else. There you go. Thank you, Bumble. We love Bumble. All right. I am actually really stoked to talk about this one because this is one of the ones that I seriously had no idea of. Concept of non-monogamous relationships and open dating and having many sexual partners is becoming more and more prevalent. All right, Jim, have you heard of Pure?
Is that a soap?
Pure could be a lot of different things. But no, in this case, it is not a soap.
No, in that case, I have not heard of Pure.
Okay, so Pure is literally thinking about pure enjoyment, pure physical experiences. So as Tinder was initially a hookup app, right, that people would go on just to see who's available for the night, Pure, you actually can. It is designed to find those one nights, don't call me in the morning type of connections. So whether, you guys agreed to meet for an afternoon quickie or it's a late night booty call, Pure is all about pure sexual, unfiltered, unadulterated fun. It is an 18 plus app. You have to absolutely be old enough to consent to any type of activities. But it's modern, it's sexy, it's designed to literally no strings attached fun, right? The NSA type of things that we cannot simply just go do anymore without feeling some kind of stigma. If you put it in a profile on another site, say for instance, Match, you may not get as many people that come back to you if you just say, I'm looking for a booty call, right? That's not your demographic. So if you are just looking for a booty call, you want to just go out and have some fun, try it Pure. And please tell me, I am really excited to learn your success rates and the type of people that you're finding out on these things. This is a really fun concept. And the best part about it is there's no nudity. So you're not getting, a bunch of junk just thrown in your face. Things will disappear. So if somebody does send a picture, it will disappear 24 hours after. If someone tries to take a screenshot, you get notified. So there's precautions that they put into place with this app so that you can feel safe and secure and just looking for that random hookup. You like that feature?
Sounds almost like Telegram.
Yeah.
Or Snap.
Yeah.
Where things go away like that.
Yeah, I know Snap, you definitely can get notified when people do screenshots. Telegram, I'm getting more familiar with as a way to communicate, in a more encrypted way.
My only concern is, even with Tinder, it's supposed to be a hookup site, right?
Supposedly.
But I've recalled going out with a girl that I met on Tinder. Before I met her, first thing that she said was, there's no way I'm hooking up with you tonight.
I love that.
Then, as she wants to start making out and saying that she never does this, she then tells me that she decided never to shave her legs, and she's wearing granny panties. I mean, she's doing everything she can not to hook up with me. So, what the crap? What good is a site to hook up with a girl if the girl is vehemently trying to put me off, but she still goes out with me?
And did you seal the deal?
Oh, of course.
Of course, right?
But I didn't call her back because that was just rude on her part.
Extremely, extremely rude on her part.
So she definitely got a call back. Did not get a call back.
No, good. As she should not have. And that's something that guys you need to be mindful about too is, are you truly just looking to hook up? Say so. Stop wasting time with women that want relationships and long walks in the park and, say that they're really trying to find that one and special someone. Say, that's awesome. I wish you all the best. Good luck in your search. It is very easy to just nip it in the bud so that you're not wasting your time and they're not wasting their time. But you got to get on the right apps to start this whole process. So you started that on what, Tinder? Was that?
That was a Tinder one, yeah, if I remember it.
Right. So like I said, initially it was designed for hookups, but now more people are putting in more specified things of I'm looking for, my one and only, my fur baby's daddy, right? I mean,
wow.
There are people that are so obsessed with their pets, they're looking for father figures, husbands that will adopt the pets. It blows my mind when I see stuff like that. I like pets as well, but they're not dating other people. They're your dog. They're your companion in a certain way.
I guess you got to know what you're getting into.
You gotta know. You gotta know what you're getting into. Do your due diligence, guys. If all their pictures are them and their dogs or their cats, you may just ask a few more probing questions in the beginning before
Unless
you
the guy, of
something
course,
up.
loves dogs or cats himself. Otherwise, he's going to be subject to an entire night of buying drinks and dinner or doing a fun activity and having to put up with the stories of their dog or cat.
Exactly.
And just trying to be nice and get through it.
It reminds me of the How I Met Your Mother when Ted went on the date with the cat woman, and they actually reconnected and revisited their dates and realized all she did was talk about her cat while they were dating. And what is fun about that? If I'm out having drinks and dinner with someone and all they're talking about is their cat or their dog, I'm not feeling special. I'm not feeling like you're engaged or a part of this conversation, and that you would rather be home with your dog or your cat. So, just realize what you're getting into when you get into it. Okay. You ask and you get what you ask for. Just pretty much where it goes with that. Okay. So, what is your ideal first date location? Are you a coffee drinker? Are you a bagel person?
Why would anyone want to go get coffee? To have stank ass breath to somebody that you want to smooch. I'm just saying. And I know they say gum, but then you got those coffee stained teeth. I mean, in Good Will Hunting, they talk about, go and get caramel. So it's really subjective just to hang out, but you might as well say, let's go change the oil. How many women want to go change the oil? If you do, that means it's a definite keeper.
Coffee is a easy go-to, right? People feel non-intimidated, as opposed to going out to the bars.
How about tea?
Green tea? Delightful.
Your breath is fine. Your teeth aren't coated in nastiness.
Right, you don't get that icky film.
And you're burning fat.
Green tea, hello. Jasmine green tea specifically.
That smells great.
It's so good. It's so, so good. But you can do coffee. You could do breakfast. But there's an app that literally combines all of it. Have you heard about Coffee Meets Bagel?
No. No, I have not.
Well, there's a thing, and there's an app called Coffee Meets Bagel, okay?
Fascinating.
It is fascinating. It's no pressure. So as I was saying, people that go out to bars and have drinks, sometimes women can feel pressured to, take it further and to have sex on the first date because now you're drunk and your, inhibitions are lowered and everything else. So they might feel safer with a coffee date. I know guys have asked, want to meet up for coffee, and I'm totally in your mindset of I don't want stink coffee breath, and if I'm going to kiss you, if I like you, I would rather not have that going through my mind, right? Confidence is key, guys. Where's your confidence at? Are you confident to kiss a woman after you've had, maybe 1 to 2 cups of coffee? I don't know. If you are, great. If she is, great. You guys got that in common. But if you want to just go for easy breakfast, if you want to just go for something as simple as coffee, hit up Coffee Meets Bagel and find locals in your area that want the same thing. This is actually a Shark Tank app, one of the few things that have, come about in the Shark Tank world. So you can get 5 to 21 matches depending on your gender preferences and whether or not they're premium members. So I've heard it, I've seen it. There are different apps that have additional features. Everybody's out there to make money. You can sign up for a lot of these dating sites for free, right? But if you want to see who is your specific match, you need to pay, like on Tinder, right? You get Tinder Plus, you have, premium versions of Plenty of Fish. You've got the premium versions of Bumble. So you get what you pay for, and some are more expensive than others. But at the end of the day, what is the purpose, right? Everything we do must have purpose. So when you want to go through and just have some coffee, have a bagel, check this one out. Let's see if I'm curious your experiences with it. So if you haven't tried it and you're bored with the other ones, give it a whirl. Let's see what happens. You got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose and everything to gain. I love that. Absolutely love that. Okay, we're going to flip mode back into another world where, again, the hookups, the non-monogamous, the multi-dating, having sex with a lot of different people. If it's your boat, it's your boat. Get in the boat. Don't swim or don't sink. You'll swim and you'll float through. All right, so field. Guess you haven't heard that one either.
Field?
Yeah.
That's what you grow crops in, right?
So it's FEELD, all right? It was created by a couple that is a non-monogamous couple. I guess that were bored, and instead of looking in swinger sites, they wanted to come up with another app. So here's another app for everybody that is looking for, threesomes, foursomes, fivesomes, two thumbs, however many people that you want to get involved. This is another dating app that is designed as a true hookup app for 2 to infinite number of people. All right. They did so because, I guess there needs to be more out there for that. So sex positivity is the name of the game for them. It's not slushy, as it says, but you can find people that have the same kinks, quirks, interests that you do. So make your profile as descriptive as it will allow you. Weed out the type of people that you're not interested in and set some stuff up. It'll go by location, it'll go by preferences. So if you are a single guy and you want to find a couple, put yourself on there. If you are dating someone and you guys are talking about potentially bringing a third in because you've been together for a while and maybe you saw it on a TV show, it's becoming more pronounced. Maybe you read it in a magazine, maybe you just saw it, and maybe somebody else was telling you they had an awesome threesome the other night, and you're like, okay, well, let's try that, right? People tell you things all the time. New experiences lead to new experiences. You might discover something you like, right? What about you? Any new experiences you've been interested in trying?
I actually would like to go skydiving.
Awesome.
So if I can tandem with a date after a couple tandems with an instructor, learn it. You're close, you're fun, you're getting that adrenaline rush, something different other than just sitting in a bar. Why not?
I think that's great. We've talked different about fun different dates, and going skydiving would be an awesome time. So if you have a skydiving interest, put it in your profile. Meet somebody that also wants to skydive. Hello, let's go do that. Okay, so if you don't want to hook up with 2 to infinite people, field is not going to be for you. Not a problem. We'll just move on to what might be better. All right, I'm sure you're familiar with LinkedIn. Jim, do you know LinkedIn?
I'm actually on it right now.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
And I think we're also live on LinkedIn at the same time.
All right, so all my LinkedIners out there, all my LinkedIn alphas, business networking is huge, right? You put out there other people you're looking to attract to work with or hire. Well, you can do the same thing with an app called The League. All right. So The League is very much LinkedIn style, where you can devote it to those modern day working busy professionals. If you are a hardworking busy professional, you really don't have a ton of time as if you were in your early 20s and not as much responsibility. Dating is not going to be at the forefront of your mind, but you do want to have someone around. You want to go to have dinner, not alone all the time. You want to, blow off some steam at the end of a long week because you've just crushed it 60 hours. Well, this is designed for you. Okay. So I mentioned a little bit before that price, you get what you pay for. This one is a little on the higher end of things. So their memberships range from $299.99 a month just for a regular membership subscription. They have an owner subscription for $399.99 a month, and then an investor subscription for $999.99 per month. Now, I would be super interested to know how paying $1,000 a month for a dating app is going to give you a better match, a better future date than paying $999 for another membership with a different site. Every day's a happy hour, right? At the end of the day, you can pick and choose and have fun with it. So check it out if you are looking for more quality type matches that have more similar interests. Maybe the league is right up your alley. Maybe you'll find the girl in your league on the league, perhaps, right? Jim, would you pay $1,000 a month to match with, your best option?
If I knew for sure that the type of woman that I desire, which is very, very particular, and I could pay $1,000 a month in order to meet more women like this to connect, I would do it in a heartbeat.
There you go. Alphas, you want another alpha, here's your chance, right? You want that woman that's just as driven as you, that's going to push you harder. Like attracts like. So send it out there to bring it back in, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely is right.
You get what you pay for.
Always.
And if you're going to an app for, at least in my experience, if you're going to an app for freebies, you're going to get cheap crap. But if you actually take the time to invest, you're also investing in yourself. And in a sense, long-term for somebody else. It's like going to the dollar store for a steak versus going to a really nice steakhouse.
Mastro's.
To Mastro's, for instance.
Yes, love Mastro's.
They do their steaks right.
Yes, they do. But you're right. You always get what you pay for. And the type of woman that you want to attract, if she's a high caliber woman, she's going to go on high caliber sites. So remember that. So if you want cheap and floozy, look for cheap and floozy. They serve their purpose. But if you're looking for someone that truly dates, take out the trash, spend the dough, and enjoy the woman that comes back to you. And maybe she will spend her dough on you, because that's what an alpha woman will do as well. We don't need men to take care of us. And try not to find the women that only want you to take care of them. It's a recipe for disaster. I've seen it time and time again. The damsel in distress, she's super cute, she's fit, but she's just going to sucker you for everything you've got. And guys, don't get taken advantage of. I am here for you so that you don't have to go through that. And if you have, I'm sorry to hear that. Let's not do it again, okay? So let's make sure that we protect your interests and give you the best fit possible. Clover is another dating app. I mean, how they come up with some of these names is fascinating.
There's so many. I might as well come up with them. I'm wearing a sweater. We'll call it sweater.
Oh, okay.
You feel warm and secure meeting somebody else.
Yeah.
Sweater.
All right, guys.
I'll have it up on Monday.
There's a new app coming out called Sweater. Why not?
Because I'm not going to do it.
Because you're not going to do it. Because why do we need another app, right? Clover, if you want to check it out, check it out. It is actually the highest rated dating app on the Apple Store. FYI.
What is it?
Clover.
No freaking mind. I got to check this out.
Yeah. So now, Mr. Producer is going to go check this out to see why it is the fastest growing and the highest rated app on the Apple Store. So it's an in-demand feature. So if you're looking for a specific night, you can do it on a specific night. If you're looking for something later on, you can do that too. You can create mixers. You can create different outings. So Clover has some unique features. If you maybe want a group setting, you can set something up like that and invite other Clover members for that. I recently, was looking more into the seeking arrangements type, which has now been rebranded to only Seeking, which is a luxury dating app. And we say luxury because when you go in to set your profile, it is asking you, are you attractive or are you established? So again, you're putting information in based on who you are and the type of person you're looking to attract. Now, if I were to fill out my profile, it would be I am a female, I am established, but I'm also attractive. So which way do you go? Well, you can always change it. So try one out first and see the type of matches that you're getting. And if it's not truly who you're looking for, you can always go into the established, and maybe you have more sophisticated women coming to you that are just more than a pretty face. You want substance. You want to be able to have a conversation that is more than just about shopping or the flowers or did you see that bird in the sky? Because I'm telling you, I would be so bored if I went on a date with somebody that was just so shallow and had nothing to contribute. Jim, how do you feel about that?
Shallow girls. Shoes. Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm glad they went away from the seeking arrangements component of it because there's so many scam artists out there. And guys, be careful of these, the whole sugar baby, sugar daddy, all that good stuff. Now, if you are that guy that just wants to shell your money out because you think that that's true attention, well, we have other things to discuss. Why are you paying the girls just to send you a pretty little message, right? What are you truly after? I don't think you would do that, Jim, just to pay money to have some girl send you a picture of herself like once in a blue moon.
No.
What are you getting out of it? Right. You can go look on the internet and free pictures all day long.
Yeah, I think a lot of older men typically enjoy doing this. It gives them that sense of satisfaction that they're taking care of a woman. And since they unfortunately don't have the social skills necessary, they can buy a woman's affection, whether she's distant or in person, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You can feel good about yourself because you can say you have a younger version, right? An interest, but what are you really getting out of it at the end of the day? Not a whole heck of a lot. Now, seeking is growing. So there's actually 40 million users, worldwide. Is something that you can use not just here in the U.S. So wherever you are, a lot of these they're worldwide, they're global, right? So I'm in the United States, but you might not be. Maybe you're in Australia. I actually have clients. I love talking to the people in Australia. So guys, keep sending me voice messages because I just love the way you sound. All my guys in Ireland and Britain, it's just really cool to connect with people from all over the world. So if you're looking, expand your horizons. If you are an international businessman and you travel a lot, seeking is actually a great spot for you because you can now seek out women in different areas. So if you're traveling for a week or a month on a business merger, go head out there. Maybe you have another woman that's absolutely gorgeous in Barcelona, Spain, and you hit it off, and maybe she's also into international business and comes to the United States. You might have a really great connection with somebody simply by expanding your horizons and putting out a higher level of interest on an app such as Seeking. What are you seeking, guys? Biggest question of the day. What are you seeking? Are you seeking that one night stand? Are you seeking a committed relationship? Are you seeking a multi-way gangbang? I mean, I don't know, whatever it might be. What are you seeking? Because if you don't know what you're seeking, how do you know you're going to get it, right? It's like throwing darts at the dartboard with your eyes closed, right, Jim?
It doesn't work, especially when you got friends walking around. Been there, done that. They hurt.
Darts can hurt, yes. It's like,
right in the face.
let's not do darts in the face or axes, on our fingers or anything that involves bloody messes.
That would have looked really cool, by the way.
Yeah, I remember.
Other than all the blood everywhere.
Yeah. So there. The subscriptions that they have for Seeking range month to month, or you can do a package of a 3-month or 6-month program. So, for instance, their 1-month premium is $90 a month. Their 3 months, if you do 3 months at a time, it's $80, and if you do 6 months at a time, it drops it to $70. So you can see you get acknowledged and benefits from going a longer term. And we all know that if you want something and you want it done right, it is not going to happen overnight, that we have to put our due diligence in, that we need to create consistency in our efforts in order to get what we want. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. A marriage wasn't created in one night. So take your time, guys. What's the rush? Seriously, what's the rush? Who's pressuring you? Are you feeling it? Are you feeling pressure yourself? Families, friends, anybody putting that pressure on you to actually be with a girl for long term? Some of you might say yes. Hopefully, a lot of you say no, it's on me. I know what I want and I'm not getting it. I'm going to wait until I do. Don't settle, guys. Just seriously, don't settle just because you want to sit next to somebody. You're better off sitting by yourself and not being annoyed because you're with somebody that's not up your in your home. Like, oh, what's the best way to say this, guys? She's not in your league, okay? She's just gonna waste your time. Don't do that. I really want more for you guys. I want you to find better connections. I think we all do, right? Some better connections. You know, we have limited time on this earth. Let's spend it around the people that rise us, like that make us better, that raise you up, not tear you down. All right. It's a lot to digest, I know. There's so many things out there that can be complicated, confusing. I want to help you pick out the rest ones. Let's pick out and create your profiles. Let's design it properly so that you can express truly who you are in the confident way that is going to make you so appealing to those women out there, that they're going to see your initial picture. They're going to see your profile, what you put in there, and then they're going to swipe right. And then they're going to message you. And after they message you, you're going to write back, but you're not going to sound desperate. And you're going to engage them. And then you're going to set up a meeting. And then we're going to go from there. So step one, pick your profile properly. Step two, let's design your profile words and pictures to put you in the best position possible to get the girl that you want to get. And let's keep building that confidence. So when you're making those profiles, you want to be your authentic self. You know, we talk a lot about being authentic, right, Jim?
Absolutely, every day.
Every day we talk about being authentic, and don't hide who you are, because if you do, and the women do, which a lot of us have a tendency to hide who we are because you're afraid to be alone. Don't, because if they come to you thinking that you are 6'2" and you're 5'8" and you have no hair, but you say that you're blonde, dudes, I mean, what are you doing? If you're trying to scam her to get a date with her, she's not going to know you're even in the bar, the restaurant, the bookstore, because you look nothing like who you said you are.
Or she's going to be so cheap, and because she's so desperate, she'll hook up with him anyway, give him false sense of hope that he can keep on doing that. And unfortunately, he's going to keep on doing that with girls. And for the one that sneaks through, he's good to go and thinks he's a man.
You're not a man. You're a chump if you're fooling the girls. So be who you are. If you are bald, show that you're bald, okay? If you love to go hunting, don't pretend and say that you're against guns. I mean, that's just so counterproductive to what you want, right? You want to be with somebody that's going to appreciate that you want to go hunt and kill a deer, and then maybe she'll cook it for you. How much more awesome is that? Do an activity together. Maybe she wants to go hunt with you. Maybe she wants to go fishing. But guys, don't put the dead fish. We talked about this. Don't put the dead fish picture as your profile picture. Now, maybe later on, you can show a picture that you're in a boat, but do it in a series. You know, if you have a great body, we've said it, you don't have to put a shirtless picture out front for everybody to see. You can progress to it. Maybe you just have a picture of you at the beach or on the boardwalk, you know, or on a boat. That is so much more appealing because it doesn't seem showy or boastful, right? Give them something to think about. Women, we're mentally stimulated. Let me think of what you look like underneath that adorable, super sexy sweater vest. Maybe you rock the professor look and it's going to put the glasses on. Let them be the blue blockers. Because now I'm wondering, oh, all right, he's very sophisticated. He looks like he's well educated. I bet he can hold a conversation. But you can see he's filling out that shirt really nice. So there might be some awesome biceps under there. I want to talk to him. So I'm going to swipe right. And I'm going to tell him, hey, I really like your profile. Ooh, right? Ooh, she really likes your profile, guys. What else might she like about you? It all starts there, right? It all starts with what you put out to what you get back. So I can't stress enough the importance about spending the time to do your profile the right way. All right, guys. What did we learn today? Producer Jim, what did we learn today?
I learned there's a lot of new dating apps that I will never, ever see. I learned that it's tougher out there for us guys because you women make life difficult. You can't just figure out what you want and be strong and assertive enough, but most likely it's a give and take because guys are not alphas. They are little bitches. Mm-hmm. They think they're the man, but they're home alone with bodies that kind of suck. And if they've got a good body, that's all they're obsessed with.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a lot going on. It's an ebb and flow, give and take. But if you have the right dating profile and you're willing to make the personal commitment and even at times the investment into yourself, you're not buying a chick. You are literally investing in yourself and your future. So if that is important to you, then be a man and pursue what you desire most.
Mm-hmm. Alphas, did you hear that out there? Be a man, right? Be authentic, be confident, because when you put out that confidence, we see it. I've actually had to help some guys that don't even know they have opportunities knocking at their door, and instead they're deciding to stay home, drink beer on the couch, and watch Netflix, as opposed to going out with a woman that is at a bar texting them, hey, what are you doing tonight? You want to come hang out? And they write back, no, I'm watching Netflix and I'm drinking beer. Wow. You wonder why you're single. Seriously. A girl you wanted to talk to is writing you to come hang out. And what do? You stay home? You deserve to be alone. All right? You're not ready to go out. You're not a man. You're not an alpha. You are a childish little bitch baby. Okay? Yep, I said it. Like it or don't like it. Don't be it. All right? Get what you want, say what you want, and stick to it. End of story. Alphas don't waver. Alphas know. And if you are wavering, well, then let's talk. All right? Let's figure it out. And what are you missing? What's holding you back? We're going to move on from it. We're going to negate it. And we're going to move on. So when you're ready to be the true alpha, when you're ready to get that girl, let's do it. Let's set this profile up. I'm so excited for you to get more of what you want in life and stop settling. All right, guys, no more settling. The time is now, and the choices are yours. Make them wisely, have fun with it, and date as many women as you want because you want to and you're having fun with it. And maybe one day you'll settle down with Mrs. Right, or you might just settle down for the night. But either way, have fun, guys. I seriously can't wait to do this again. I'll be talking to you real soon. Enjoy, Alphas.